Welcome to the Wake Up Dad Show, a Daddiest production. This podcast is for you, Dad. This is where we talk about all things related to dadhood, from parenting to relationships to financial and physical health. Your hosts, Dr. Scott and Dr. Evan, are two dads who are committed to helping you. Join our Facebook community by searching Daddiest, where conscious dads connect and collaborate. Hey guys, welcome to the Wake Up Dad Show, brought to you by Daddiest.com. I am Dr. Evan Hill, and I have with me co-host
me. Me, Scotty V.
All right. Oh boy. All right.
Oh,
we got a podcast
boy.
for you today. We got a podcast for you titled "Why Calling Your Wife Fat Does Not Work." So, Scott, any words to start us off?
I think everyone knows it doesn't work. We've all tried it, probably, in some form or another. But, dude, does it work? Nah, we know it doesn't work. But it might work for your buddy. That's the difference, right? So we think, growing up as kids, you might tease your buddy and say he's fat, and then that like gets him going, and you say, "Oh man, all right, he's right. I'm going to do something about this." But doesn't work for your partner, does it? For your wife, just doesn't. Have you tried it before, Ev?
Although for the femme,
you wouldn't, because
no, I haven't.
Your wife's very thin. It would never come up. It wouldn't be a thing.
She's definitely no. It wouldn't be a thing. Yeah, no. I guess, and the whole concept is that feminine does not respond to the same as a masculine. So when you're saying, if you called your buddy fat, he would respond as, it's like it would be viewed as a more of a challenge, and so to prove him wrong, you might make change. So it could be like, "Hey man, you can't jump off that cliff," and then you go and run and jump off the cliff, and then see, you can't do it.
Yeah, I just shattered my knee. I need to go get surgery now, but I did it, didn't I?
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're bleeding in the water below, and then the buddy's like, "Yeah, all right, okay, fine, I'll go and I'll do it." Whereas the feminine doesn't respond to challenge the way the feminine energy doesn't respond to challenge the way masculine energy does. So
yeah,
that's what we're getting at.
Yeah, and I think it's good to note that this is another podcast that we are using a chapter in the book. What's it called again? Way of the Masculine.
What
is it?
The Way of the Superior Man.
Way of the Superior Man. That's right. Yeah. So we've been dissecting this book out big time, and just diving into different chapters. This whole chapter is like 1 page long, and it just, again, every single sentence is like, bam! Oh man, that's so true. So it's just and he says something in this chapter that I haven't seen him say in another chapter, that I have said in a few of the podcasts, which I love. Is like, just try it, right? He said, the female energy or the feminine energy will respond to you praising that person, and again, this isn't a man-woman thing, but if your partner's in her feminine, then they'll respond much better to you saying something like, "Oh, it turns me on when you're all sweaty from working out," as opposed to, "Oh, babe, you should lose a few kilos. You should go to the gym. It's going to be really healthy for you." Right?
Babe, are you going to get to the gym? Babe, you should go to the gym. I mean, really.
It's time.
You go to the gym. Those jeans are looking tight on you.
That muffin top, it's getting big,
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
So
that dress is looking tight on you.
You haven't worn that dress in a while. Does it fit you anymore? That does. Yeah.
Maybe you should go shopping. I don't think those clothes are fitting you anymore. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
those aren't going to work.
But funny enough, you mentioned that one. It is a very feminine energy to shop. So you might have shot yourself in the foot with that one.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So watch out. Watch
and
out.
in the wallet, and in the wallet.
Well, that's
Don't
what I
use that
mean.
one,
Did you hand her your card, your credit card when you said that, F? Oh, you're not quite fitting those. Maybe you should go shopping. That could
Ooh.
supply that feminine energy in a way that's going to work, but might not work for your wallet. So watch out.
She might just take that credit card and throw it in my face, though. That's probably what would happen. That's probably one time where she wouldn't want to go shopping. So that actually could work in my
I don't know
favor.
though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would not test that theory, because what it would be is grab the credit card, put it in my pocket, walk away, don't talk, and just go shopping.
And just shop and just buy whatever the heck they want. Yeah.
Yeah. So
right.
watch out for that. Watch out for that. But they will respond, and David in the book, the author says, just try it on, be really over the top with it. Like literally try and use something like doing a compliment or like that type of thing. Hey babe, let's get sweaty together, or whatever you want to say. But to do that like 10 times a day, it would be like just a really great way to get in touch with that.
Well, it was like the example you used is, let's say she did do like a little bit of exercise, or and I think you mentioned like she was sweaty in her leotards, and like actually complimenting the fact that she like, oh, I love that you're like all sweaty in your leotards. And I know it's the funniest like praise of all time. Like that would not be something that I would compliment. But the idea is finding things to praise, even though it's maybe minuscule. But like, yeah, praise and support is what really makes the feminine thrive. And it's funny because that's not the way the masculine thinks. So yeah, it's like we got to think about it. Some of us, anyways, got to think about it and be like, okay, if I want this to flourish and blossom, I have to like actually find the tiny little seed there that I can complement, so it actually expand into something that's really what I want to see, for example. So so if she does, like, let's say your wife doesn't really do herself up, like maybe she just doesn't like ever do her hair, and it's always just throws it back in a ponytail, or whatever it may be, and it's like, it'd be really great if like my wife like really did her hair and like got ready when, say, we go out or whatever it is. But then one day she does, like, there's a glimpse of like some, her tending to her hair. And so you want to make sure that it's like, oh, wow, you like, oh, I really like what you did with your hair. Like, you did something new. Like, oh, it's so great when you like, yeah, when you do that, that's awesome. And it's just like, and then that'll actually give her like that incentive to like do more and go further with it. Versus saying something like, hey babe, you never do your hair when we go out. That wouldn't work.
You sure?
It's so, it requires so much patience to really like build that feminine energy. And I think the other thing too is the thinking about our kids, our daughters, right? And how we speak to them, like, and saying like, it's like, oh, you're, telling them you're beautiful and they're smart and they're funny and they're creative and they're athletic and they're strong and they're, I always tell my girls, I tell them I love them and how proud I am of them and how happy, how I'm so happy to be how happy they make me, and that I'm so happy to be their dad, and they'll ask me things like, when I say I'm proud of them, they'll say, why? And I love it because I can just go on and on and on about all the things I'm proud of them about. And if you've never done this, dads, try this. And if you can, just watch their face. Just watch their face. Watch the tone around their mouth. And even if they've got their eyes closed, and you'll notice this little like smile start to happen. And you can see it's just filling them right up. And it's the most amazing thing. And it happens, I think, like all across, like whether they're 5 years old or they're 40. It's the same. It's going to be the same thing. But whereas with my son, challenging him is what really moves him. And so I'll say something like, hey buddy, do you think you're strong enough to get that into the van? And you should see him take it on, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a completely different dynamic.
And it's funny too, because I've only got the one kid, and it's my daughter, so I can see really both aspects to her, because she does have quite a masculine energy as well. She loves the challenge. Like in the mornings, if I'm trying to get her ready for school and she's really dragging, the only thing that really will kick her in action straight away is I'll race you. I'll be ready before you. I'll get my clothes done, my shoes on, my shoes tied, my teeth brushed, my hair done, everything. And who the first one downstairs wins. And she bang, instantly she just goes. And if it's, and that's just getting ready for school in the morning, getting her shower, before bed, or any of those things. As soon as I throw down a challenge for her, she's just all over it. So don't think that it's only going to work for your sons out there, dads. It definitely works for my daughter. It's just like a switch gets thrown. So it's a really cool way to try it on, right? Because what we're talking about here is, again, trying on, seeing what works. And it's not going to work all the time, because it'll depend on what part is being activated for them at that moment, right? Sometimes the challenge will be a good thing. Not what we talked about earlier, it's sort of tongue in cheek in saying those things, but I'm sure, sometimes it's hard for men to, sort of try and praise qualities that they want, rather than qualities that are already there. Right. So it's hard to say, I love it when, you working out is sexy to me, as opposed to, babe, you need to lose weight. Right. That kind of scenario can sometimes be difficult for men, because we're very challenge oriented and just, more straight shooting. But trying it on, because
assuming the man is masculine, right?
That the man is in the masculine, of course, yes. So that's just the assumption that I'm making at the moment. But sometimes we're not, and the challenge is different. That's it's not a bad thing for us to be more in our feminine sometimes. But I think again, generally speaking, the man, while in his masculine, the woman, while in their feminine, will respond better to those scenarios. And I love the way he says, just try it on, because
try it on.
What I think I highlighted it. It is a difficult practice for most men to learn, but you must learn to praise the very qualities you feel are not praiseworthy in order for them to become so. In other words, praise the tiny quality that you want to grow. If you know that your woman would be healthier if she exercised more, don't tell her that. It will feel like an insult to her, a rejection to the way she is. Instead, tell her how sexy she is when she sweats. So that idea of just tweaking those words, switching them around, can literally change your life.
Yes.
So much so.
Totally works. It's so awesome. And it's great to see it's great to see them, flourish with the praise. So yeah, definitely try this on, dads. Let us know how it goes. If you're not already on the Daddiest fan page, check that out on Facebook and get connected with us. And if you want to join our private Daddiest Facebook page, just do a search for Daddiest, and you'll find our group, and you can join. Our group. So until next time, dads, enjoy life. Be the best dad you can, and we'll see you back here very shortly.
See you soon.
Thanks for listening. Remember, join our Facebook community, Daddiest, where conscious dads connect and collaborate.